human and social dignity. And of course, thank you for reaffirming your commitment today to individual rights of consciousness and freedom of assembly. And you know one of the goals, my friends, again, we are starting an absolute revolution finally in the beautiful, powerful country of Canada. And we're watching and feeling and experiencing an absolute global movement for truth, freedom, and health. Am I right? And that's why we're going to crush the establishment, everybody. You are all a true inspiration. You guys and gals are the heroes. Do not think that you don't make a difference, each and every one of you. We, the people, have the power, my friends. And we're going after Justin Trudeau, Doug Ford, John Tory, right? The Lieutenant Governor, and the bureaucratic health officials. We're going after them with hard, powerful, peaceful, determined action. Am I right? And thank you, everyone, for your deep, unwavering commitment, of course, and support for our community, our country, and we're showing the rest of the world how it's done. And I've never seen so many beautiful smiles of you Canadians in my life. You guys are an oasis of sanity right here, our precious children. This is why we're doing it. This is why the truckers are here, to protect our precious children and future generations, because we don't want slavery, do we? It always comes upon a time in society, I said this yesterday, everybody, right? It's a simple question. Are we going to accept slavery, or are we going to fight for freedom and our fundamental rights? Exactly. And my friends, one of the solutions, our group, Stand for Thee, check them out, everybody. We're educating the police and businesses on the Canadian Bill of Rights. Because it shows that our human rights and fundamental freedoms, as the Act says, they're already recognized. And it protects our fundamental rights and human rights. So they're inalienable. They come to us by divine creation. That's right. So if the government tries to trample on them, which they have at times, they're going to be held accountable. Justin Trudeau, for example, we're going to make him resign this year. And you know it. Our Prime Minister in Canada, unfortunately, like a lot of them, he's behaving badly. You can't discriminate and threaten unjabbed people that they can't fly outside Canada. We know we're going to crush them. We know unjabbed people that do not want to compromise their bodily health integrity. We're going to fly outside Canada. We're going to fly anywhere we want. And another thing, to that point, everyone, you know it. If the government doesn't like our rights and freedoms, then get the hell out of the way. And I said hard, powerful, peaceful, determined action, everyone. But remember, also civil disobedience. It doesn't have to be now, but civil disobedience is a powerful act for change, right? But we're showing hard, powerful, peaceful, determined action. And we are going to crush the establishment this year, my friends. We're making other countries super proud of Canada. I had a woman come up to me at Queen's Park in Toronto a few weeks ago. I'll never forget. She said, Jason, I've been traveling all over Europe, and nobody protests better for their country than you Canadian Truth, Health, Freedom Warriors. Right? We just haven't had the numbers. We haven't needed the numbers like they have in Europe. But now we got the numbers, and this is only going to escalate. We're going to escalate a bottoms-up grassroots movement, and that's what's going on. And the truckers, and many of you epitomize that. It's the working class that marches the streets, that goes up against the establishment. We're putting the fear of God into this intellectually bankrupt government. Right? And, you know, everyone, I like a quote. Let me just, can I quote Malcolm X? I'm trying to find it, everyone. Hold on. Here he is. It's a quote. Remember the great Malcolm X? You remember? Yeah. He said, nobody can give you freedom. Nobody can give you equality. Nobody can give you a justice. If you're a man, you take it. Right? And for you beautiful ladies out there, I want to address you again because between 1900 and 1950, remember, there was almost a revolution right next door in our amazing United States. We had about 100 million people around the world protesting for the rights and freedoms. And the ladies, you ladies, started it in shirt factories, right? You were fed up with the hideous work conditions, the 18-hour work days, and as Dr. Shiva says, you marched the streets and you were ferocious. I said it can happen in Canada, and it will happen in Canada. Am I right, ladies? I can't hear you. That's better, and of course the men join them. So between 1900 and 1950, for example, 98% of diseases were eradicated. You know why? Because the working class put the fear of God into the elites. That's when we got good sanitation in Canada as well. We got good nutrition, improvement in the water supply, good sanitation, and good hygiene. Yes. And this was 13 years before the measles vaccine came into play. Right? 99% of measles was eradicated. And if I may finish this speech on the jabs for a moment, my friends, let's follow the money. Dr. Shiva is the only one to show you how to follow the money. The truckers can talk about this too. I challenge them respectfully. The truckers can mention this. Pfizer's making $65,000 a minute. Are we making $65,000 a minute? No. Unbelievable. And my friends, the reason they needed the jabs, the drug companies are tanking. Dr. Shiva shows you, right? They've been declining the last 15 years. Because it takes a lot to get a drug on the market these days, right? Just entering phase 1, less than 20% of drugs make it. It costs $1 billion to $5 billion. And it takes 13 years to go through the drug process. You got 20 years on the patent. They only got 7 years to recoup their investment. So they needed the jabs. I'll give you another example. Dr. Shiva shows you, my friends. Can somebody pull out a picture of Dr. Shiva?
Bill?
Appreciate it. Pfizer! In 2010, they made $65,000, $65 billion, pardon me, right, in revenue. But by 2020, they dropped to $41 billion, right? They lost $25 billion, almost 40% of the revenue. And what did Pfizer do? They went to Israel. And the Israeli president is a Mr. Yahoo, what's his name? Right? He's the marketing partner for Pfizer. They got data sharing. Is Justin Trudeau, is he the marketing partner for Pfizer? Apparently he is, right? Thanks for listening so far, my friends. Disobedience is the foundation of liberty. The obedient must be slaves. Do you agree?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Henry David Thoreau said that. Woo! And thank you, everyone, for not accepting slavery. Woo!
Thank you.
Again, we're fighting for truth, freedom, and health.
You know
That's it. And you know what other good news, my friends? I truly believe that we're going to transform our leadership in this country. Am I correct? We're going to get our precious children, future generations, to be genuine leaders, unlike Doug Ford, John Tory, and Justin Trudeau and others. So, my friends, we are going to be victorious. Do not capitulate. Do not surrender to the deep state evil. And that's why we're here today celebrating Canada, right?
Yes.
I was born on Canada Day. Doesn't make me any more special. But we might as well say this is Canada Day this weekend, right?
Yes. It's the new Canada Day. Yes.
All of them combined!
Yes.
Woo!
And if I may say, everybody, remember Benjamin Franklin next door in the United States. One of his famous quotes, I said it yesterday, he said that, now I forget, no,
Government powerful enough to give you everything you want is powerful enough to take everything you have.
yes. And Benjamin said, when the people are afraid of the government, that is tyranny. But when the government is afraid of the people, that is liberty. And in my own words, liberty does not descend to human beings. We have to ascend to liberty.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing.
Yes.
Finally, my friends, I want to say this. Gurdjieff made a famous quote once. He said, when you make a decision, Providence moves with you. And in my own words, you put your positive intention to the world, you amplify it, and resistance manifests itself in many different ways and is directly proportional to the magnitude of the change that you want to make, everyone. So let's multiply the fires of resistance in a way they can't suppress all of us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody, I want you to remember this. Thank you, everyone. That research shows you that to change society, gain traction, you only need 30%. I would argue it's even less than that. You can see it right now, everybody. We're at that 30%. We're going to continue this momentum, and we're going to make Canada once again a bastion of hope, freedom, and democracy. And you know, there's a lot of controlled opposition. We would have had already a revolution last year if it wasn't for some of the truth, health, freedom so-called leaders, right? We're not going to mention names today. Chris Sky, I can't wait to work out with you. We'll just say that about him. But anyway. But no, really, everyone, it's because of you that they put so much controlled opposition in the way, too. So I just want to give you credit, each and every one of you. You are absolute heroes. Thank you for showing up in beautiful Ottawa, okay? Thank you. I think that's it for now. I appreciate it. I love you guys. I could go on forever.